Hello, this is Toby the Galactic Intuitive. It is Saturday, September the 6th, and we are coming up on the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse that we've been talking about for days now. It happens at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a total lunar eclipse. However, it's not visible in the United States. I don't know that it's visible that it's visible in the Americas at all, or Canada, but it is visible in, or will be visible in Europe, I think, and Asia and parts of Africa. So if you are on the other side of the world and you are able to witness it and would like to share photos, we would love to see it. I would love to see it. Wasn't really sure what I was going to be talking about today. I am spending the day in very present ways. It's been kind of a quiet day for me so far, but well, no, it hasn't. There's only been a little bit of quiet, but it's been a day of being outside, and it's been hot, and just being very in the moment. So there's something to that, which is why I'm bringing it up, because again, I wasn't really sure what I was going to be talking about. So I did go to the Inner Temple Oracle, and I pulled a card ahead of time just to kind of get a feel for if there was something in particular we needed to talk about. And what came out was this card, Create Some Space. First of all, what a lovely card. Love those colors. Love those colors. Two things come through with this. So one thing is creating mental space, and creating, okay, multiple things are coming through. So creating mental space for you, creating physical space within your schedule, putting yourself in a, wanted to say like a spacious environment. So getting outside, right? So you're creating physical space for yourself to allow for, sometimes when we're used to existing in the same physical environments, part of what creates the sense of lightness in our energy, and a little bit of a, not even just a little bit, but a bit of a relief type sensation when we're out in nature, is because there is so much more physical space. And when you're in the open and you don't have any walls around you, regardless of the size of the building, there is an expansiveness to that experience. And so your energy is unrestricted, right? So in creating some space, and we've talked about how important, I'll just hold this here. We've talked about how important it is to be in tune with your body during this time, because we have the polarity of the subconscious with Pisces energy, the what exists beyond the veil, the etheric, the otherworldly, the what do I want to say here? The dream state, right? And that the other polarity is Virgo, which is very physical. It's very grounded. It speaks to our physical health. It's our routines even. So to be able to receive the fullness of what's coming with this Pisces full moon, it is important for us to be very grounded. And part of doing that is to create space. So creating mental space, so trying to minimize distractions, being very aware of the thoughts in your head. And if you are finding that there are patterns of thought that are chattery and keeping you out of the present moment, that are jumping forward, if there's a lot of what ifs type of thing going on, if there's worst case scenarios, thoughts going on, being very mindful to then put yourself into spaces, whether that is an energetic space, a physical space, or something that supports a mental space that dilutes that allows that to dissipate so that you're able to get to a place of balance. But creating physical space even in your home environment. Virgo is, we've talked about early on about Virgo being, there is the energy of cleanliness and organization and kind of a bit of minimalism too is an energy that I'm getting. So, but part of this is also the creating space, right? So if you're to create space in your home, energetic space in your home, cleaning is a wonderful way to do that. And that goes beautifully with the energy we're in right now. Cleaning out things. We've done so much purging and cleaning, cleansing of our energetic body and our physical bodies too. It's important that we mirror that in our physical spaces. And so because the things around us are energy as well. And oftentimes, in order to move into a new phase or even a new experience, and that might be a new experience of whatever environment or situation we're talking about for you, but it's important to remove some objects that are associated with the old version. So you may feel called to do that as part of your ritual and as part of your experience through this moon and even further into Virgo season, but creating some space, however that resonates for you. That's really important right now. The other side of this that I was going to say is that creating some space also speaks back to that separation energy that we talked about early on. And the separation meaning sensing or maybe feeling guided to either take action to separate yourself from a community, a role, a group, a relationship. It feels very related to groups of people or individual people. So whether that shows up as an individual relationship, a family group, a friend group, an organization, a work group, some sort of community group, however that looks for you, but allowing yourself to create space that way as well. And it may be something that you're not necessarily taking the action to, you're just noticing that it's happening. It's unfolding that way. That space is being created. So allowing that space to be created for you, because certainly that is how things play out for us too, is that when we start to sense those separations, it's oftentimes it's purposeful for everyone involved. So allowing for that space to be created as well. And again, it is what we talked about previously, was that it had to do with roles shifting. And so it may not be like a permanent separation, but it may be like a recalibration and evolution of your role within that dynamic or within that relationship or within that community, whatever type of community we're talking about. But that also, in order for you to show up in this new role, first there has to be separation from the old role, right? So creating space from the old role, and then that allows you to then move into this new role that is aligned with the evolved you. So separation coming up again for us here. What else? I did pull a couple of cards from the Wild Unknown, and interestingly, I did that after I got the Create Some Space. I didn't leave them out, but what came out was the Ten of Swords. No, it was the Ten of Wands. Sorry, Ten of Wands, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So tens being completion, right? So Ten of Wands is like the reaching the end of a burdensome period. It is, yeah, it is at the end of a cycle of, there was a word that would just kind of flew through here. What was that word? Not troublesome, but that's not, I don't think that wasn't the word. There was another word. Anyway, so yeah, coming to the end of a cycle, a burdensome cycle, and then moving into one. The Ten of Pentacles is abundance and vitality through thriving, through abundance of resources. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we talked about transformation. And what did we get? We got the Death card. So there's our transformation. And what were we just talking about changing of roles and, you know, things needing to come to an end so that the new evolved version can then step forward, can then present itself, right? Because we are very much talking about too the energy of authenticity, and so it's about moving forward into this new evolved you fully, and not having a foot in both places at the same time. So that's kind of a rough looking Death card, isn't it? But it is about that process of transformation too. I kind of see this, well, the phoenix rises from the ashes, but it is a bird, so I kind of see it as the phoenix and in the state of dissolution before the rebirth. Shall we do another one? I feel like we're going to do something different. I'm just not sure yet what that is. There's this kind of something going on in the background here, like that we're going to do something different. So I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see. What do we have for you? I was drawn to light a candle before we started, and there's something in it. I just said that at 1313. The Death card is card number 13, and we were just talking about that. Okay, so I've seen some things recently about doing a fire ceremony to release those things, the past, I don't want to say past versions of self, because we're actually integrating all of us, right, at this time, and stepping forward as the new evolved us. But releasing those things that no longer serve you as you're stepping forward as the evolved you. So they might be beliefs, they might be patterns of behavior. I'm hearing they might be addictions. They might be, relationships, like doing a cord cutting type ritual. But there's something about fire in this, with this moon, that is coming through really strongly. So I would say if that's something that's speaking to you as I'm talking about this, or if you've been thinking about it, then to consider doing a fire ritual for this moon. Yeah, because I'm really, my candle is over here, which is why I keep looking at it, but the flame is really drawing my attention. There is also something about scrying in the flame. That's part of what's drawing my attention, is that you, and now it's like dancing. There's hardly any air movement in this room. It's doing it again. That's interesting. Okay, so scrying in the flame. Scrying is seeing images. Sometimes people do it, and now my face is really red. That's weird. Now it's almost distracting. Look at how red my face is getting. Whoa, that's wild. Okay, and it doesn't feel red, which is really strange. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Scrying is receiving or seeing images and information either in an element. So you can scry using water. You can really scry using anything you wanted to, but common ways of doing it are in a flame, with water, in like a crystal ball, or a crystal in itself, like looking into a crystal with the intention, asking a question and then being open, allowing your eyes to soften as you gaze into it. Didn't I show this crystal to you the other day? I think I did. So just allowing your eyes to soften as you gaze into it. Okay, I guess we're doing this now. And seeing, let me put it in the middle. There we go. Seeing if something reveals itself to you. And if you wanted to pause that, here, I'll do it again. Feel free to pause it and just view into the crystal. That and the candle. The candle is really, the flame of the candle is, as you can see, I keep looking at it. So there's definitely something there. Okay, I'm gonna get it for you. Hang on, because ooh, okay. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. You can kind of see it. That doesn't work out too well, does it? Trying to get it so you can see the flame. There we go. Okay, you get the idea. I don't know why they wanted me to hold that up there for you, but if you don't have a candle at home, feel free to utilize that. Yeah, so a couple of things to do during this full moon. And if you decide to do the fire ritual as well, you can do the same thing. Of course, it doesn't have to be a candle flame, but just with an open fire as well. Of course, do that safely. What else are we gonna do? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do some light language. It's been a minute since I've done that for you guys, and we need to do one for separation. So what I will do, because I have a sigil for it, I don't have it up here with me. It's downstairs. So I will, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I want you guys to be able to see the sigil is what I'm getting at, which is why I'm kind of waffling here. I'll put the sigil at the end, and then that way you can take a look at it. I will Yeah, there may be something else that comes along with the sigil as well that will be, if so, I'll post it separately, or include a link to be able to access it on my website. That was something I wanted to mention too. If you haven't been to the website, please be sure to check it out because there's free resources on there. There are some light language activations. There are meditations, and there are also meditations on the channel, especially the YouTube channel. There's a specific playlist. It's easier to find them on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out as well if you're interested in that. Just wanted to mention there are other free resources available to you guys. And then again, if you are interested in doing a reading, I don't need those. If you're interested in doing a reading, my information is in the description box. And make sure you sign up on the sign up for the newsletter. I'm already getting the light language, so I'm going to make this quick. Sign up for the newsletter so that you can be notified when there are like promotions on the readings and the attunements and things like that, and plus notified when with other things. So news and all good things. So okay, I've got the green tourmaline. That feels important again too. The crystals are obviously really standing out to me today and have me rather distracted, just like the candle did. So I don't normally, you can charge your crystals under a full moon, of course. Generally, it's not recommended to do that with an eclipse. However, I'm not necessarily suggesting you charge them under this eclipse. What I am suggesting is that you work with a couple of crystals that really speak to you during this time, that they will help to ground you, especially if you're working with the Piscean energy and you're doing any dream work or you're focusing on the higher chakras and connecting in, really opening up the psychic channel, basically, is what I'm getting at, and connecting into through your super dimensionality to speak to the other realms. So make sure you're grounded. Okay, so the light language. All right, the light language we are doing is for, I need to ground. Give me just a second. I need another crystal. Okay. 2 tourmaline, 1. Are they both green? They are both green. I think this one, anyway, doesn't matter. I'm sorry for being so scattered, you guys. So this light language activation is to assist you with moving through the separation and allowing it, opening to that potential, with the understanding that the separation is leading you, or is purposeful in your progression, in your evolution, and into your fully aligned state, in moving into your evolved state and progressing in your ascension. Ishikanarokatata, isikanarokata, unga sitia, ulurokatata sitia, tisiti, isikanarokatata, ungata sitia, sitia ungata siti, urara tisia, urara tisi, ungata tisi konda, ungutu usia ia. Unkata sisi aya tisi rukata oya isika isi rukatata isika rukatata isi rukatata isika rukata ungu tusia Tiserurukatatia tia tia isikatarukatia tia usuturu tu suturu tu suturu isikarukatata isia unkatarukatata isia unkatata siata ungatata siata urukatata isika rukatata tasia Isikarorokoto ungo usurorokoto o sia tata sungoto isikarorokoto ungotataia isikarorokota aya isia rokoto ungo sutu Iserorokoto ungata sitia. Ungata siti ayakata rokota atusu urukata isikai ungutu rokota ogatisia. Isikata rokota oya. Isikata ungata. Isikata rokata ungata isika. Usukadarokatata isikarokatata ungatati siterokatata ungotodorokatata tisia. Ungarakatata tisia. Ungarokatata ungatatisi ungarokata unga isikarokata ungara aikata okata akata ungata. Isikarokatata ungutu ungatisia. Isikadaruka ungo gunga tata isikai. Ungadaruka tata ungata. Usirokata o isia. Isikaya isia. Isikaya isia. Tisirokata ungo tu sutu ikata. Ikatarokata unkatisia tisi unkotungo sia. Asite rokoto ungati. Usia tisia. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was helpful. And wishing you a beautiful full moon. I will be back tomorrow. Maybe not before the actual full moon, but I will be back tomorrow. Thank you for being here.